Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Another wonderful day. Yes. Good old morning. Hello, morning. It is 5:08 no, 5:10 a.m. in the morning. It is Monday, June 20th, June 27th, 2022, and the birds are chirping. And sunrise for being a few. I forget to check what time sunrise is. Yesterday was, I think, 5:26 a.m. So when it's around that time, let's say, hello, sunrise. Yeah. Oh, I hope your day is going good. Yeah, I'm glad I have my air filter fan right next to me. Yeah, it was kind of muggy last night. I mean, I fell asleep. But boy, you wake up, you feel the heat. And it makes a difference when you have that breeze on you. Yeah, I personally think a ceiling fan is the best, you know. Ceiling fan, it just swishes that air all over. Where I used to live, they had ceiling fan. And it pretty much does the job. Then you get your tall glass of water, you drink that. You can even like spray yourself with water and that ceiling fan go on and you will feel cooler. Yes, boy, I hope you guys had a very good weekend. It is Monday, good old Monday. Boy, what I can say, boy, what a weekend. Yeah, I stayed in for a few days. Um, I could have gone out, but I was just relaxing. I had a busy Friday, and yeah, I stayed out late. Well, I stayed out like was out for 5 hours, and something you feel it when you do an activity. You go out, and it was hot out there. I had this giant sun hat on. Yep, and I had a dress, and I was walking with the my little ones, my little doggy woggies, in this city. And yes, that heat started to really, yeah, I wanted to, I said, let me get up a little bit later and enjoy the latter crowd. Yes, I didn't go, yeah, I took a little different turn the other day, and I had a good time. And I even had a reading. Yeah, got his business card. Um, Too bad it doesn't have his name on his card. Don't know why he did that. But yeah, at least I got the business card if I want to make an appointment to see him again. I enjoyed talking to him. Yeah, a mature fellow, like he could have been in his 40s, a black fellow. And one of his barkers had approached me when I was walking my dogs. This was at, oh, not Washington Square. Um, it's on like 17th Street, down there. Really interesting area for the weekend. They have all these street vendors, and yeah, it's exciting. I like the spot. Yeah, I didn't know they were gonna have it Friday. I don't know why. I thought it was just Saturday or Sunday. So they had it Friday. Yeah, Friday, and they usually have something Saturday. Then it was nice, very very lively, and I did get a reading. But after what happened to me over the weekend, yesterday, I start to wonder. A a Truman Show happened to me. Yes, a strong Truman Show reality happened to me yesterday. You ever feel like your life is not your own and that it's being crafted for you to experience, do, or live in a constrained area? That's how I feel strongly. I was on my computer all day, yesterday and the day before, and everything fell through. And I started laughing. Yes, just like what you just heard me. A laughter like, I can't believe this. I can't because crying's not going to help. It's not. But it just gets you to think, people. Is your life too a Truman Show? You're doing things, and you losing using rhyme and reason. You're being proactive, but a monkey wrench gets thrown in there. I had decided on something, so I said, "Oh, great!" I was trying to be careful, and this looks good. Oh, maybe that's not good. And then I'm selecting these things on my computer. I was on this website, and it was taking all day. Like 2 days ago, um, like I tried to open up the and I had like different browsers on. So certain browsers, I'm using um, what do you call it? A PC rather than a Mac, and I don't know whether that's part of it. And it has different browsers, those different icons for different browsers you can use. I think I was using like three of them. At one point I tried to open up documents. Some things won't open, some forms won't open on certain browsers. It like mixes the data together so you can't navigate on it. And that's what happened on a certain part of this form I had to fill out. And also it won't scroll. It's like frozen on the screen. So for me to see the whole thing, I have to shrink the screen, but then you can't really see it because now it's shrunken. And then I found a template of it. I said, okay, that's what questions trying to ask at that spot. And you try to get in there, and it's all merged. Like two questions is merged in one. So I got an email found an email to contact someone. Hey, could you mail me a form? Mail me or email me the form. So it's like one thing after another. But yeah, I was working on something for the past, trying to get courage to do something. And so I finally get the nerve, and it all fell through. And I think a warning that it was going to all fall through. One of the windows that I was navigating on, it like froze. So I was getting fed up. I was, oh, I'm tired. I was on this computer all day. Oh, I'll work on it tomorrow, which was yesterday. So I'm plugging away, trying to, make other options for myself. And and then when I was ready to make selections, one by one they were taken away. Like you click on it, and then the screen would disappear, and then refresh to something else. So I type in the word again, the keyword, so I could select it again. And it's no more to be selected. It says, oh, sorry, taken. One by one, I was on this thing all day. yesterday. So now that when I'm deciding on what to select on the menu, it wants to select with me and say, nope, you can't have that. Nope, sorry, you can't have that. One by one. Now I'm on it all day. Well, now it decides I'm not going to let you have any of them. So then I get to a point, okay, let me try X, Y, and Z. So I said, oh, maybe it wants me to take that. Oh, you didn't work fast enough. So I had to start from scratch again. Said, okay, I remember what I selected the last time, so the process should be quick. I just got to find out the last, you know, leg of this journey. And, it does it a few times, glitches. And then I finally said, okay, this is going to work now. And it didn't work. But I thought it did. So I said, wow, I can't believe I completed it. Wow. So I'm mentally making notes in my head about the next things I have to do. I got the main apple I thought out the way. So I have to get the peripherals all worked out. If my mind doesn't get settled until those little incidentals are done. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning, good morning. How are you today? Yes, I invite you to say good morning in the chat room. So I would not have known that it like some of you you press the enter button and you think it goes through, and I think he even gave like a message, to a survey. So I'm thinking everything went through, and I'm plugging away and trying to iron out other particulars, and I had to make a phone call to. Oh yeah, I realized I forgot something. I shouldn't say forget, but there was a boo boo I made, and oh God, it made everything messy. Oh yes, it was a time frame, and it overlapped a day, and I was hoping, oh brother, I hope this is a, oh God. So I had to undo what I had just did, and but in doing this, I still need the other person to, okay it. Yeah, I'm talking around in circles. Oh, something you can't really say. Yeah, it got messy. But that messiness helped me out. And even when I thought I got it, hey, the the choice of two evils. And I said to myself, okay, I just choose with that and bite the bullet. Hopefully everything works. And oh, brother, after all this work and all this melee and trying to correct an error that I overlooked, because it's like one thing led to another, and then I have to like reverse something. And I guess I was tired, mentally tired, 2 days working on this project of mine. And trying to be so careful because that other, third party would be involved in it. But I overstretched. Yes, I did. I overstretched. Yes, good morning, viewer. Yes, I overstretched it and made a boo boo. And wow. But um, it's all good still. It's all good because after all these things, to try to correct this oversight that I did, I try to be careful. I really do. Well, what I thought I did didn't happen. After all that work and then trying to correct it with this fourth party, yeah, the person says, "Oh, I'm sorry," because we all know for a long time, about close to an hour. Says, "It didn't go through. Hey, I can't do X, Y, and Z for you because the original transaction. It says in my notes here, it didn't go through." I said, "Wait a minute." So I checked my email. So when I have my computer on, let me check my email. Let me see if that. Yeah, lo and behold. So it's as if I did nothing. It is as if I did nothing. Preparing 2 days for something, thinking that it went through, but it didn't. It didn't take. And I think I know why it didn't take. It's really, wow, this is reminding me of when I moved into this building 19 years ago. I was filling out I really try to do my best. I really try to be perfect with something here, this paperwork and stuff like that. I try to be so careful. Uh, it wasn't that I wasn't careful, but it was like a sequence. I had to do something in sequence. But I thought, oh, to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. So I was just being proactive. Well, that proactive and just trying to juggle everything all at once actually protected me. If I would have done it the so called correct way, not trying to just multitask, I'm just saying, oh, and I'm just multitasking, trying to get more than one thing done at once. And that's what protected me. And I only found out at the very end. And my mouth, and the person is saying, "Wow, you're lucky. You barely make it. You barely get in." But I was in. And then I thought about it. I said, I realized what happened. I said, "Oh shoot, oh shoot," and I realized what happened. I was trying to be perfect. I try to be multitasking, and it's a sequence that I was to do something, but I didn't do that particular sequence. Not just, not, and I wasn't even trying to say, try to say, oh well, I'm going to do this deliberately and this and that. No, I had no knowledge. I had no knowledge of these elements that were performing, and I was just trying to navigate, in this world, what I can do to help myself facilitate this application process. And I may not uh, have been here, moved in. I may not have been able to move in here. But it happened. And it's like the universe knows certain things. It's something people. When I'm just thinking about that 19, 20 years ago. And I'm wondering whether the same forces are with me now. They'll permit certain things to happen to you that may not be pleasant, but it didn't kill you. Some things are bound to happen. But wow, after everything I did, all the hard work I did, and it didn't go through, and not knowing that it didn't go through, and if I would have gotten the third party over the phone, I would have arranged for something that might have not been needed because I wouldn't have it. And paying for something that I'm not going to use. I said, wow, 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 wow. Isn't that something? That's all I can say. Isn't that something? So, it's as if nothing happened. It is as if nothing happened. All that drama. And I have a headache right now. My temples hurt. I drank some water, 2 glasses of water just now, um, just in case if it's partially a hydration issue. Yeah, I was so busy at my computer, I wasn't really staying hydrated. I mean, I had my initial water in the morning, um, and my soup, but I have to, stay hydrated. Now it's warm outside. It was in the 80s yesterday. Yeah, my mouth is a little dry. I drank 2 glasses of water just now. I have to drink the other two uh, glasses later on. Yeah, just stay hydrated. Yeah, I'm trying to heal my tooth. And she said, you got to stay hydrated. Drink like a gallon of, if you can get distilled water, get the distilled water and do the treatments on your tooth and drink that broth. It has a lot of connective tissue and might repair the damage that, the thing that's happening. Yeah, I don't want them to pull my tooth. So it's amazing. It's as if nothing happened. And the person said, well, you can still do X, Y, and Z. So initially I thought, well, maybe I can still do X, Y, and Z and, just do it manually. And, oh, that was before that, knowing that it was, yeah, before it finally it fell through. And because it was taking so long, because there are other variables that popped up in decision making, and that's when the person over the phone addressed the issue, what they saw. It probably just registered on their computer, the mishap. And that's when I checked mine. And then I still, he was asking me, oh, we can still do such and such, I can process you here. And then you just handle that other matter with our other representative. So I contemplated doing that. So, okay. And then I said, wait a minute, my head was starting to throb. It was throbbing. And then I started thinking, I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. I said, this could be a sign about something. I think something is trying to talk to me. And all this happened. Maybe something is trying to tell me no. I said, well, I got to really process it. I can't believe that this just happened. This just happened. Excuse me. I got to process what all this means. Working on this project for 2 days. And then it's just a fluke. I find out that it didn't get processed. And I'm assuming it's a good a get-go. I said, I got to process. Wait a minute. Let me process this. I said, I have your number. I I'm gonna put a hold on it for now. I gotta process this. And then I hung up. Yep, I hung up. And now I'm sitting here. That was yesterday uh, evening, early evening, and yeah, around 6 or 7 o'clock. And my temples are hurting. I said, let me hold up a bit. Then I try to navigate to see what, you know, looking at my emails again and just trying to um, understand what just happened. Processing that. I said, it's time for me to go to bed. I said, let me just go to bed. So I'm in bed. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning. Yes, your life like a Truman Show. You're doing something, you're trying to facilitate something, and it falls through. And you try to work it out, it's like someone is looking above. I mean, every time I try to make a change on something, it was literally taken away from the screen. Like all of a sudden, anything I touched, it pulled away on from the screen. Oh no, no, no. Not, you can't choose this anymore. No. Like all of a sudden everybody else is on the computer. Wanting what I have. Everything was cool until so I started laughing. And I started laughing when I found out that it was a glitch and what I thought I facilitated never happened. It didn't get processed. And I'm thinking it got processed. So I say, let me just sit back and just process this whole thing. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning. So I'm sitting here now. I fell asleep. I had my device on. I was playing a video. Interesting what I found on the video last night, to help me go to sleep. I wasn't ready to just turn off my computer. Yeah, I just want to unwind now. Just veg out with a video, you know, YouTuber on. So I learned there was something that you see, I was so busy for the past few days. I didn't look at current events. Well, I found out something happened in current events. The Roe versus you know who. Mm. I heard that it overturned. That's what I heard. Did you hear that? This YouTuber was discussing it, and she was angry. Yeah, she's kind of like a woman's, woman's liver in nature. Yeah, I think we're the same age. She's a little bit more feisty than I am. But yeah, she mentioned about the Roe versus you know what, and it overturned, and she was so angry, controlled anger. She's a black woman. An interesting approach she had yesterday. She was so angry, and she says, you know, we're not going to fight this battle. We fought enough, and now it's Blanche, carte Blanche. Oh, Blanche is going to, she says, let the Caucasians handle it. She's tired of being the forefront for rallies and all that. She said because of all this, these past 2 years of melee, she said, enough. Let them handle it. And she really, I was surprised at what she was saying. We were like tongue in cheek. She it was sarcasm, a lot of everything. She was at her wits' end. Control the anger. And say, we're not going to fix this problem. You're going to fix it. And interesting, because all these rallies and things like that, they do like to put certain demographics up there to get real loud and ugly. And she said, she's tired of fighting their battle. She said it was the carte blanche that made the law, and they're the one that changed it. Let the uh, f- f- uh, the their women handle it. Their feminine counterpart handle it. Their men created the problem, the law. Now let their women, this is how she was speaking. I never heard her talk like this. Wow. Yeah, I had to check on the internet what happened. I didn't know they were voting on it. Yeah. And it's interesting, all these things are happening at once. This all these things, I think it's by design to agitate populations. That's all what this is. Why now you have to overturn or do this and that? Why? Why now? And this YouTuber was saying that, what's her name? Waters? Something Waters? Was that she a Congress or Senate? Senator? I forget. She works in California somewhere. Something Waters. Yeah, you guys might know who I'm talking about. And she was she's a black woman. Sometimes she comes across really loony. And she was um, encouraging black women to protest. But this YouTuber said, don't you dare. Don't you dare. And she said, do magic instead. Just, no, you're going to sit this one out and let Blanche, feminine, femme fatality, let her do it. Let her fix the problem. She says, we've done enough already. We do things and we still didn't get our reparations. They're not behind us on the calling them Karens. And Karen did all this and that to us the past 2 years, but they never helped us out. Yeah, that's what she said, and she was pretty fair. But yeah, she was like, what? But how is this, overturning? How is this really black women's responsibility? You know, um, Unfortunately, we have the most abortions. Maybe this is something to encourage you to have your children. This may be a blessing in disguise for the black community. And I was surprised with this YouTuber acting like it's the end of the world. Um, this is modern day. If you don't want to get pregnant, there's so many options of contraceptives to use. There are options. And maybe it's like, hey, it's a bloodbath with all this abortions. And I've met women that had abortions. They're not happy campers. Women who have abortions are not happy people. Yeah. Yeah, I've talked to women that's had it, multiple ones. They're not happy. It's taken away. You are a giver of life. You're going to be careless with your body. So this is a time to be proactive with your body. Be more intelligent with your body. Be more respectful to your body. Maybe this is a wake-up call, people. Stop being reckless, because when something is there, I knew a woman that said, oh, I want to be just like a man and just do me and blah, 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 sexually. She had many, many abortions, and it starts to affect you. You are not a man, and stop trying to act like what you're not. There are different social things um, there's certain things that are just is because of your biology. It's okay to be different. It's okay to have biology. The male and the female, we work in harmony with one another when you respect your roles. Respect the roles that you're in. Some roles are biologically determined. Biologically determined. It's not about inequality. It's not inequality, it's difference. Your biology dictates what you can and can't do. Embrace you. Enhance what your biology can do. Perfect your biology to be able to function to the most. And that requires um, maturity. Maturity and perception, how you perceive it. I have no problems of a guy having more endurance and being able to outrun me. Their biology dictates certain qualities. Embrace what you can do. You see that men are more designed, physical stamina and strength. But women have intuition and sensitivity. You need both the yin and yang. You need both. You need balance in this 3D world. But see, they're fooling all of us, and they're making you feel like you're inadequate, that you don't have enough, or they're better than you, and it's not the case. They want us to believe that because they're putting a wedge between us. 6,000 years ago, a monkey wrench was thrown in the midst, and they're causing division upon this 3D world. This is really a beautiful planet. Yes, good morning, viewer. Yeah, this is a beautiful planet. You go with the flow. But we were told a lie about us. We were lied upon that so-and-so's better than so-and-so. And so you're doing these things to try to outdo one another. And you got to stop it, people. Stop it. Making it seem like a war against the sexes. A man is born of a woman. And a woman gets pregnant from a man. You need each other. We work as a team, people. Stop working against one another. There are even husbands and wives that compete against each other. I've heard a man say, how dare my wife make more money than me? And told her to quit her job. Well, buddy, your salary doesn't make it, doesn't cut it. Use her salary. It's like being a farmer. Oh, honey, how dare you have more crops than what I do? Let's destroy your crops and just eat after mine. Wouldn't that be stupid, people? It just means if you got two incomes or two crops, hey, save one. Live off of one income. Live off of one crop, and the other crop you store it. You can freeze dry it. You could pickle it. You could, all these things. Save it for a rainy day. See, this is common sense. But the distortions is teaching us that the other gender is your enemy. You even have now people trying to change the gender because they think some get over the other, certain benefits, and they're willing to go under surgery to do foolishness so they can live a foolish life. It's ridiculous. Really, really ridiculous. Isn't it ridiculous, viewer out there, go through all this drama and trying to think, being encouraged to think that that spouse or that gender is your enemy. Oh my God. And now that they're using the Roe versus you know who as an excuse to, again, riot again. They want you to riot. Maybe it's a wake up call to, hey, calm down, simmer down. You're hurting your body. And they want you to think, hey, an alternative is the alphabet soup community. Yeah, you don't need a person of the opposite sex. They're your enemy. Hey, alphabet soup consumers, let's promote alphabet soup consumption. And they're really pushing this all over New York City. Wow. Yeah, they have an agenda, people. And the agenda really isn't in your favor. It really isn't. It's to your demise. But they're doing things so that you'll be prone to then select the next available. It's a trick. But meanwhile, they're having you get rounded up near the edge of a cliff. And you're walking towards the cliff and you're just going to fall through. You don't realize what they're doing. You're getting excited. We're all uh, affecting one another. All of us. All of us are being infected in some way. Don't fall for this Roe thing. It is not the end of the world. I think it's just a wake up call to just chill out, ladies, and preserve your body. Preserve what you have because you're going towards the cliff. If you keep on doing melee against your anatomy, you're not going to have any anatomy left. And it's like the end of civilization in these so-called first world nations. You're going to be extinct if you continue on your pattern. You will spiral downward. And yes, they may reward some of you guys, you girls, with certain jobs, positions, like you notice now. They're rewarding certain demographics here in New York City who are alphabet soup drinkers. You an alphabet suitor? Oh, we're going to reward you with this job, that job, and always seems to be visible. They want people to see you in your visibility, and you think you've made it, and they got you by the you know what. They're laughing at you. They're taking away your power. Yeah, this New York City, I see so many um, people more mentally confused individuals, young black men, out of their mind. They're out of their minds. It's not about preferences. It's about your mind. What's going on? Some people like apples, some people like bananas. No problem. But with you, there is a problem. You're confused, and someone's doing it to you. You think it's you. No, it's not you. It's what's being done to you. You are being engineered mentally, and they are confusing you, and they want to get rid of you. And they are empowering other groups here. You ever call up a big institution, and you know they have a call line. What do you call it? What do you call it? A call center. All the call centers now are from India, and sometimes you can hardly understand them when they start to talk fast. And well, wait a minute. Yeah, they pulled away all your jobs because, like a lot of jobs. Yeah, I was in a. I'm not going to give the name of the company. Um, Working for them, they treated me well. I didn't last long. I was for Christmas help. This was over 30 years ago. Yeah, it was in the 1980s. I had saw a job in the newspaper that they need help for Christmas help, the holiday season, and I got the job as a just for the holidays, and it was in the call center, like like large companies, you have like a telephone center, for customer complaints or customer service. And so these companies, they didn't hire blacks to work in the public, visibly. So if you're a black person that they think speaks well, they'll hire you in the phone center. So back then you had of any black that were, they work in the call center, out of sight, out of mind. But I did. They had a nice training program. It was a very, very, very well known company. Yeah, they didn't hire blacks up front. It was a retail, let me just say that. It was a retail company, extremely, extremely high end, world renowned. But they didn't hire black folk to sell their products. But you can service them in another location where they'll never see you. And that's what people did in those days, back in the 80s. Yeah, blacks were limited job, certain job offers. You could only work in certain locations because white people didn't want to sit next to you, and that's true. And that's how it still is, people. When you're working as so-called equals, you work at a desk. White men don't want any black men sitting next to them. And remember in the movie, I used to be a Starsky and Hutch fan, big time. Remember that movie? It was a TV series about two cops, and their boss was a black man. He was a little older than those two cops, but they buffooned him. They didn't respect him. Everything's a joke, and that's how racism could go. They don't really respect you, and they make fun of you. buffoonery, but it's being done at your expense, black person, black man. Remember that movie? I speak the truth. I know I do. I speak the truth. Yeah, so movies, if they have a black and white, it's something comical being done, one against the other, you know? So, yeah, so they're buffooning you. It's okay. You want to work with us? Well, we're going to have you become uh, an alphabet suitor who's out of your mind, and you act like Tinkerbell with hemorrhoids. Yeah, it's awful. It's really awful. Yeah, you come to New York City, go to Manhattan, and just walk around, with all the tourists, and you see the black ghosts. They either dealing drugs openly, yeah. And during last year, they openly deal drugs, or they're strung out, and an alphabet soup drinker wearing this freaky zone outfit. Really sad. It's really, really sad. I'm hurting watching this, and I feel like I can't do a damn thing about it. Yeah, it's out there, right? This alphabet soup, um, confusion. Yeah, I think this is the time. Sometimes things are acted out. Laws change. Yeah, it's maybe to protect the environment, to protect people. And you may say, well, what about if a lady is raped and this and that? And that's hardly the case. See, that's the monkey wrench that they try to throw in. That is the monkey wrench. You think those millions and millions of babies that are born are all from rape or incest? No, it's not. And you know it. I had friends that were telling me about their abortion, multiple abortion. They were just so careless. She said, look, I want to act like a guy. If men can do it, so can we. Ladies, you forgot about your anatomy. Men don't get pregnant. Men don't get pregnant. No, no, no. Can become fathers. Men can become fathers. And men could skip town. It's not a laughing matter. But our biology. This is a monopoly game. It is. It is a monopoly game. And certain things are written inside the game. You're a woman, you have certain anatomy and certain things that can happen to both genders, both things. Work with what you have, people. Be content with who you are. Look in that mirror and say, I am who I am. And then embrace yourself. Kiss yourself in the mirror. Regardless of your race, nationality, religion, just look at yourself and say, I love you. And hug and kiss yourself in the mirror. It's okay to be what you are. We all have different attributes. And it's all to serve you. But we've been bewitched. That's where the Bible falls in, the story Genesis. The bewitching happened in Genesis between those two, that man and woman. They got bewitched. And they believed the distortion. Partial truth, but everything was copacetic, right? Or this is a prison planet. I'm hearing more and more about the Akanaki, what's that? Anunnaki. Yeah, that's where Anunnaki. I'm hearing more and more people talk about the Anunnaki. That there was a life force here, and then our genetics were tinkered with, Now, I don't know. I really don't know what to believe with regard to that. But you know, those of you who have eyes, you can clearly see that there is a genetic manipulation. Just look at the races. You know, you go talk to a geneticist, and they know where black people, where we originate from. They know, they understand our genetics. They understand it. The South Asian, the Pacific Islander, the Australian, we all are related. The dark skin, the full lips, the different degrees of curly hair. Look at our physiology. But then you had something else that was introduced into the pot. And you notice those groups that are mixed in the pot, that they are a dominant force on this planet, and they're spreading to other regions on the world, dominating. And it's called civilization. Well, civilization, as I said several times before in the past, civilization is a code name for interference of an outside non-native person on this planet, not a non-native intercepted, and is imposing the plastic world. Civilization, it has to do with syntheticas. Syntheticas. Rather than a real jungle, we have a concrete jungle. No natural jungle. You know, they're slowly increasing on the natural jungles that have food for your medicine. The, 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 the plants. That is your medicine. And you're trading in that medicine for synthetic medicine. What do you call nutraceutical? No, what do you call pharmaceuticals? Pharmaceuticals are your poison. Or we treat a little bit of this, but then we're going to put a monkey wrench in this pharmaceutical that kills your liver, kills your heart, kills your kidneys, etc., etc. Yeah, you have to get back to nature. Get back, and other YouTube, some enlightened YouTubers are saying the same thing. Get back to nature. This African lady from Kenya, she has her doctorate in something. And she says, get back to nature as soon as you can. Get back to nature. Get back to nature. Get sanity. You want to deprogram some alphabet soup person? Well, have them go into nature, baby. Maybe they should go on those safaris and you see how it works. You see you see how nature works. You see balances, and you see respect. There is a respect. I mean, yes, you know, animals do eat other animals, and you know, but there is a. It's it's done for survival. It's not done in greed. There is a balance. It's a natural balance to the system. It's not perfect because you know of the fallen world, but when it works, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. Oh, to be able to, I would love to go out in a place like that, you know, those safari things, and to see, you know, to see nature at its best. They want you disconnected to the land, people. They want you disconnected. It's horrible. Horrible what I see. Us pulling further away, getting the indigenous people on this planet to believe in the syntheticas. You have beautiful bodies, and you want to make it look like somebody else's? Oh my God. You look so buffoonery. See, when we dress to our tribe, you know, when we dress our native dress, you know why the people like those what they call Maasai people, they're in their own. They're not trying to look like anybody else. They're wearing beautiful clothes and hairstyles that are indigenous to them. They're not trying to be anybody else. So they're unique. They wear beautiful colors and they stand with pride. Notice that. They stand very tall and confident in what they do. But you know, it's slowly changing. I saw an article that their land is being taken from them, their tribal lands are being taken, and they're forcing them to live, they're forced to live with the so-called civilized section of their country, the colonized, former colonized locations. And now the men are forced to get jobs. And they're braiding, doing hair braiding to stay alive. Isn't that a real monkey wrench? You're one of the proudest people on, in Africa, in your own power, and then these foreign entities come in, forcing you to change the way you live your life directly off the land, on no banks. They don't need banks to do what they do, financial institutions. They live off nature. Nature is the fair boss. Nature is a fair employer. They give you what you need. You do your work and you get your food. And you use land, use the wood and everything, the mud, and build yourself beautiful homes. But you're being seduced, and maybe by force in some cases, to convert your natural jungle to a cement jungle, which has no real life in it. And I think it's sad. I'm sad about that, people. Very sad. Very sad. Yeah. Somehow try to do a little something to try to connect. Maybe you can do bean sprouts. Yeah, maybe that's what I can do today. I have these mason jars, and I was doing sprouting. It's wonderful to watch nature, produce food for you. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Hey, get a mason jar, or if you have an empty jar for something, and get the sprouting seeds. You fill it up with water, let it soak overnight or a couple hours, and then you drain out the water. And every day you rinse it, keep it moist, and boom, you're gonna get a little harvest in that jar. It's fantastic. It's fun to do. It is absolutely fun. If you're from a big city like I am, and to feel like you're being a little farmer in your own home and doing little bean sprouts, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's something that you guys can do. Yeah, there's still hope. You have yourself, you know, encourage yourself, hug yourself, and say, I can do this. I can do this. We don't have to be suckered in. I don't need their, even with death. What is death? They say we really don't die. I'm not suggesting anybody do suicide. I am not saying that. Okay, I want to make that clear. But in the whole scheme of things, I start to wonder, because I told you guys I do the meditation, and I will talk about that also. I did say in the description I'm going to talk about this dream and vision. Yeah, so that would be the next topic I'm going to talk about now. But oh, I'm sorry, got distracted there. But yeah, come into your own, and don't be deceived. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, this is an artificial world. They want us to be artificial. They want to take over the planet. the system. And I already told you I saw the that crocodile man in a meditation session. I saw it wearing red robe. That was like in February. Yeah, yeah. Those things are true, people. And it came out of nowhere. When I do my meditation, I don't in the early morning I don't say, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna meditate about such and such. Nope, wasn't looking for it, and I saw it. Those things are real, people, and they have their meetings, and they might be having a meeting about you. Yeah, David Icke was right. David Icke. Oh, my device is sounding funny, even though I'm talking and it's something that gives like a slight echo effect. So they might be listening on to this live stream. Happens for some reason. I just speculate that something is connected to my device, tapping into what I'm talking about. Yes, but it's all, but if that is the case, what's happening with this device I'm talking on, what I'm saying is true. Okay. Yeah, there are different beings out there, and they have their hierarchy, and they use different people to do different things. Yeah, there is this definitely a hierarchy. I want to be uh, I don't want to be a synthetica. I don't really use makeup anymore. I'll use some lipstick, but I'm not into makeup. My hair. I'm very simple person. Even with my hair, I've always been. And I had some people try to encourage me. Oh, you should do this with your hair and this and that. I'm a simple girl at heart. I really am. I love nice things though. I like practical things. I like beautiful things. And I want to be connected to nature. It's beautiful. And someone else said that, going to nature is like going to God. That's how I feel. And then this YouTuber said the same thing. That's how I feel. It's next thing to God. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful planet. It's absolutely gorgeous. The natural things, natural patterns of this world. It's breathtaking. And they want you to give it up for synthetic foods, to alter your genetics, to alter the way you think, to alter the way you live. They want us all to live in a concrete jungle. And then they're going to talk about, climate change. Everything it does is against the climate. Don't you notice that everything they do is against the climate. But then they talk about climate change. Everything. They're liars. They don't, a lot of these doctors, they don't respect the true anatomy. They're corrupt. A lot of these doctors are corrupt. Some doctors are true to their calling. Go to your calling. I'm trying to find out what my calling is. People, stop. You notice now on social media, you get all these commercials, how to make money online. You don't have to work. They even say you don't even have to work. And they might say, hey, we'll do all the work for you. You just pay us this money and we'll do all the work for you so you make money online. Don't you notice that? Don't you notice that? And it does, I mean, if it's true, it's that, hey, make passive income. But it's something that's, it's something's up. They want you, I'm going to go there. I saw a movie a couple of weeks ago, It came out maybe in 2016. I don't remember the name of the movie, but people at the airport, and they were showing people on their devices, and then they got zapped and became zombies and started eating one another. This preoccupation with being on your computer. I think the computer, your device, is programming you. It's programming you, and it's going to trigger you. Yes, yes, I said it. I think it's designed to trigger you. Just like in that movie. I don't know any other reason why promoting a constant use on your computer or your devices. Even outside, you walk in the street, you people don't really talk to each other anymore. They're looking at their device as they walk, or they have it in their hand. What do you need it for, these phones? People really want to call you? They'll call you at home when you get home. They want you married to your device. And they want you so accustomed to it that it's like your comfort blanket. It's awful. It is awful. So, with that in mind, with this war thing, you know, this concrete jungle and all, you know, I had a weird dream. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about now. The dream that I had. I don't remember the details. Um, I was in some open field outside, and I was with these people. I don't know these people. I was with, they were like, I forget if it was co-ed, both the men and women, but it was a lot of men. And we were in like things that you could, like hiking stuff. You're outdoor, outdoors clothes. I think we were wearing that. I, and I remember there was some dialogue, and there was something happens. And this man, I remember now. There was a young man, very a Caucasian, very Caucasian looking, very waspy looking, large frame body, athlete's body, prime health. He looked very tall, slim and strong. Yeah, he looked like a real Marine type body. Young, he seemed like someone 30s, 30 something year old. He had a mature body, but still kind of young face. He had a short haircut, very Caucasian haircut. We call it clean cut looking dude. And something happened to him. He's in the water. I'm in the water too, and it's rocky. The water's very rocky. It was shallow, relatively shallow water. I forget what happened, but something happened, and now this man is underwater. Shallow water, near me. And I see him moving his head a little bit. I said, "Oh my God, this guy's still alive." And he's getting discolored. I said, "Oh my God, you know, um, and I think I was trying to get to him because I said, "Oh my God, if I don't pull this man out of this water, he's gonna drown. He's still alive." I thought he was dead. And that's I saw how big he was, and a real athlete, real warrior looking type. And I grab, kind of pulling him up. This is a big dude. And I can see him under the water, and his face is getting discolored. It's these veins was getting discolored in his face, and I think I got his head up, and his mouth was open, and I blew. Yeah, I remember I blew in his face to have him cough. Yeah, my mouth didn't go on his. Yeah, his mouth was open. It looked weird. Um, his eyes were closed, and um, his nose started to look distorted. Yeah, his face started to look slightly distorted. He didn't look like the. Oh, I'm thinking. I think I know what happened. It just dawned on me. Oh, I think I got a revelation. What was going on there in that dream? Yeah, it just hit me. It could be. Yeah, the man was underwater, and I say he was a Caucasian, clean cut looking, and I see that his head is moving side to side, and so okay, he's still alive, but he can't hold his breath forever. And then when I pull him up, and when I got to see what his face looked like, it was distorted, slightly distorted, looked a little translucent. I think it's a demon. Um, they wanted me to give a mouth to mouth resuscitation, people. Nowhere would put, when you saw what it looked like, I wouldn't want to put it looked funny, it looked slightly translucent, this weird color. And his mouth almost looked like a fish. Oh, God. Looked weird. The nose got distorted. Of course, I blew on his face. My reason was, hey, I got to get him to like cough or something like that, to cough up the water, any water that he might have inhaled, and blow in his face to like cause like a reflex, and it might cough it up. That's what happened. Yeah, there were other people around, other guys around, like almost like a military scene. Something was up. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes with dreams, I did have my device next to me in bed, and sometimes with it wasn't playing anything at the time, but I mentioned that because it could have influenced what I was dreaming about. Because your devices send off impulses, whatever, and it could interfere with your what frequencies you pick up, because your brain is just a something that picks up frequencies, and that's what could have been. And I'm thinking now in hindsight, not now as I started verbalizing what I was dreaming about, why would the face change? It presented something that it thought I would like. A young dude, clean cut, seemed like a so-called trustworthy guy, nice body. He's wearing like a t-shirt or something, short sleeve t-shirt. Really, see, he's a strong looking, he looked very handsome. But when I pulled it out the water, that's when the true color, the true identity of that person under the water, um, because as I got closer and closer, now it's in my arm. What, what does that look like? If someone's lying down, you pick them up in your arms, right? What does that kind of look like? It looked intimate, right? It thought I was going to kiss it, do the mouth to mouth, but I blew on its face instead, and I kept blowing on his face to try to revive him. Yeah, I forget what happened after that. That's basically, yeah. That's what I can remember with the dream. You were in some water, it was rocky, and you had other people there, like some war thing almost. Like something happened. Yeah, and then I, woke up and I saw a vision. Yeah, this one was interesting, the vision. I could see there was something, there was a wall, and it had a metal frame, like a chrome frame, like a lattice, vertical and horizontal, like a thick wire, but like chrome, really sturdy, and you can hang things on it. And what was hung on them were these little clay masks. They were like just the face. It was a sculpture of just the face. They do things like this on. Boy, my face is itching. Dust is coming in the room. I think it's tickling my face. It's itching. Yeah, they do construction next door. Yeah, so who know all this stuff? I have to dust in here. But yeah, yeah. So I saw the clay that like they were about maybe 4 or 5 inches in height, just the face of the person, and they were hung up. There was a whole bunch of them in rows. Columns and rows. Yeah, made out of clay, regular clay. Yeah, that's all. That's all that I saw. Yeah. So that's for today. I see it's 6:30, about 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, so sunrise came and went. Yes. Yeah, yeah, it's getting warmer now in Manhattan. I'm thinking, maybe we were indoors for a couple of days. Um, yeah, it may rain today. It said it's like a 70% chance of rain. When it rains, they get all wet and their hair gets matted. Yes, it does. Boy, yeah. I just see it is cloudy out there. I could at least, I need to take a nice shower and everything. You think life is happening, people. Life is happening to us. Is your life a Truman Show? Is your life a Truman Show? I know I'm not the only one. Those of you whose life is a Truman Show, you want to share it below, write it in the comment section below and share your Truman moment. Yeah, are you being observed? Are you walk around and you try to initiate certain relationships or situations and you're stuck? They want you to stay where you live. They want you to do certain type of work. They want you to live, just be stagnant. Or are you a sentinel? What are you? What are you in this planet? What is your relationship to the rest of the world? Why are we here? This is just food for thought. Yeah, I know I talked around in code a little bit, but those of you who are in the know, who resonate to what's going on out there, yes, you're not alone. And may we seek and find one another to support each other emotionally. Yes, this life seems like a Truman Show. And maybe it's just a time and season for everything. Maybe the universe is just saying, not right now. Maybe it's just not right now. I wonder when. Yeah. Yeah, this New York City, it's people are losing their mind. Mm. Yeah, if I'm gonna go, I want to go out early, because it's been getting hot. Yeah, yeah. I don't. Wow, I was really never like this about regarding the heat. I mean, I just would just go out, but it's affecting. Sometimes it's affecting me if I don't drink enough water. it gets like it zaps you. You know, it's like you get real tired, and the doggies get tired too. They get tired. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this live stream, and you have questions, just you could send questions in the comment section, or email me at spiritofazalea@gmail.com. Yeah, that info is in the about page of my channel. If you need to give me a private message, yeah. So I thank you for this time. I said I've been on for 85 minutes. Yeah. Enjoy your day, people. Enjoy your day, and don't get suckered into all the drama out there. Stay calm and collective, and you don't realize how important you really are. Okay? Drink your water. When it's safe to go out in nature, do so. Okay. Take care and enjoy your day. Bye bye.